Go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bincast. This is episode number 27. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the journey we have gone. It's only 27 episodes in and we're still riding high. Let's go. I thank you, every single one of you who watched this. Just wanted to say that real quick. And now, introducing my two favorite people in the world, my two co-hosts, MG Nas and B Christian. MG, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. Fuck the Celtics, but that's besides the point. But yeah, man, I'm doing good today. We got a lot to talk about, and we'll talk about the Celtics later. But
We will.
I'm doing good, and can't wait for today's episode.
And B Christian, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just got off of work, and Isaiah, that was the first time someone said I was one of their favorite person in the world.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that a lot because
Yeah.
All right, but
Yeah. But on the other hand, we have 336 days till Christmas.
And now
There you go.
This is where we end the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think honestly, I'm gonna go never mind. But okay, we're gonna get straight into this. So we're just gonna go quickly off of this. We could talk about this a little bit. So we do have the NFC and AFC championship game. And I want to start off with the AFC Championship game. MG, you want to start us off? We have the Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Who you got, MG?
Yep, we certainly do. We got the number 1 seed Chiefs versus the number 2 seed Bills. We got Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill versus Stephon Diggs. But I think when you look at this matchup, it's going to be very offensive. But give me the Chiefs in this one. I think that Patrick Mahomes being healthy is just all it takes for them to win. Travis Kelce is literally unguardable. Tyreek Hill is literally unguardable. And then you got guys like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Darrell Williams has had a great playoff at running back for them. So the Chiefs have a lot of momentum going into this game. I do think the Bills are good. I think they're great. But Patrick Mahomes will outperform Josh Allen in this one. And I believe the Bills will win 31-26.
All right, and B Christian, who you got for this AFC Championship game to advance to the dance, to the final dance?
The final dance that the Niners can never win. But anyways,
We won 5, but okay.
I'm talking about in your lifetime.
No, that's not. You should have said that in the beginning. But go ahead.
I should have. I said that's my bad. But this game was tough for me because once I saw Mahomes was clear, that's when it got tough. Because Patrick Mahomes is actually more important to that Chiefs team than it looks. That Browns team, I don't think they were going to win even if Mahomes was in, no matter what. And then when Heineke came in, because that team has too much offense. But the Bills aren't the Browns. The Browns are the Browns. And the Bills are a better team, whose defense actually played good last week, unlike what Isaiah said, but I have the Buffalo Bills here.
Okay.
I think the final score will be 31-30.
All right. So it's my pick now. So to speak about the Bills, their defense has been playing good as of lately, and that's very important because they needed the defense to step up. Because I don't think Josh Allen and that offense can carry them all the way to a Super Bowl. They're going to need that defense to step up. And with that, the defense doing what it had to do against a Lamar Jackson scrambling running back, and you're playing Patrick Mahomes with a gunslinger that he is, with the wide receivers and the best tight end in the league, in Travis Kelce. You have a good offensive line. Defense is sometimes suspect. I think it should be easy, right, to choose. I'm gonna go with it. Should just be easy, right? Because I'm not gonna say who I got yet, but I want to keep talking about the Chiefs. The Chiefs, you throw in any quarterback, they're gonna succeed. Look at Heineke or whatever his name was. Jesus, the great
Chad
Henne. That just proves that any quarterback could just play in that system because how good it is. And with that, you throw in the second best quarterback this year, in my opinion. Give me the Chiefs. I don't think the Bills' defense is ready for what kind of offense they're about to face. And I get that the Browns did good against that defense, but they don't have a running game like the Browns. and the
True.
Chiefs pass defense is good, but it's not where you could just expose it.
Right.
It's
And
not.
I hate saying this, but Mahomes is heading to the last dance. He's going to the final dance.
I know you're so mad about. Like, is that why you don't like the Chiefs? Is because of last year's Super Bowl?
No,
I'm curious.
I look at here. I never hate the Chiefs. I've always loved the Chiefs. Their running backs, Price Holmes, Jamal Charles, Jesus, and Christian Okoye. They've had such great talent. They've always had great talent. I've always loved their players. I love Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I still think he's the second best tight end. But this year he proved he's the best because George Kittle was out. Mahomes being a top 3 quarterback in the league, top 2 in my opinion. And then you got Tyreek Hill, in my opinion, who's the mini Moss. He literally can jump up in the air and catch any 50-50 ball. And then that running game with Edward Hilaire. Who's a rookie, and
Edward Hilaire. Yep.
Edward Hilaire, and that defensive line with Frank Clark
Christian
and with Christian Woods, and then you also got Chris Jones. I can't hate on it. The only thing that I hate about the Chiefs is their fans. Their fans are really obnoxious, and I understand they haven't won in 50 years, but even before that, their fans were annoying. I've always hated their fans, but their teams always loved. I've always loved what Kansas City has had over there. Just their fans. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna get on this topic too long.
So you hate Donnie?
No, I don't. I said some Chiefs fans. I'm not gonna just say
Alright,
I hate every Chiefs fucking fan.
I just wanted to clear that
a lot
up.
of Chiefs fans are obnoxious and annoying, and you won a title in 50 years. Congratulations. I think, and I've said this countless times, I think when they won, it was just their time. I honestly think like everything is already placed for you, and I think it was time for the Chiefs to finally win their Super Bowl. I think, in my opinion, I think the Niners were supposed to choke that 10-point lead in the Super Bowl. After all of this, because it's gonna happen. You're gonna win and you're gonna lose, but it's gonna happen, you know. I'm not gonna hate them. Oh, they fucking beat us in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna hate them my whole life. No, it's not like the Cowboys, the Seahawks. I'm not gonna hate them like that. It's not the Patriots, because when you hate teams, it's because they're winning. And the Cowboys, I can't say that. I just hate the Cowboys because, as a Niner fan, you should hate the Cowboys, and that's just runs with being a Niner fan. Say Cowboys fans. It's like saying you're a Bears fan, and oh my god, I love Packer players. I know, not Packer players. I love Packer fans. No. You don't say that. It's like also being a Eagles fan and saying, oh my god, I'm also a Cowboys fan. So shut up.
I'm a huge Dak Prescott fan.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Jerry Jones fan.
You could be fans of players, but never fans of the team.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and
it's like MG never said that Dallas is like the best team all the time. They're America's team.
Yeah, I mean, I know MG right now. He wishes he had CeeDee Lamb right now. But
yeah,
I mean, he probably still likes him, but he hates the fact that he's with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Yeah, definitely.
Well, he probably wishes he has Jefferson because he's the best.
Yeah, that too. But hey, we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do choose the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with the Chiefs winning 34-20. I think Josh Allen throws 3 touchdown passes. They miss an extra point. But I think Patrick Mahomes throws the 4 touchdown passes, and I think they win. I think they're going to keep that 10-point lead the whole game. I don't think the Chiefs ever go down less than having a lead less than 10 points. I think they win by 10 plus.
Well, this too, if you remember, the Chiefs won all their games from comebacks. So if I was the Bills and you have a lead, I would be nervous.
Yeah, in the playoffs last year, every single game was a comeback, including the Super Bowl. So, but they're a different Chiefs team this year. Travis Kelce has gotten better this year, and that's crazy to say.
With
that
age,
he's gotten better. And man, it's gonna be interesting to see.
So me and MG
Chiefs,
choose the Chiefs. B Christian chooses the Bills, and
Bills.
all right. So I want to head into the NFC, where the last time the Packers were in the NFC Championship game. No disrespect.
Fuck
but
off.
The last time they were in the NFC Championship, they got absolutely ass rammed by the San Francisco 49ers, who I believe they could have been in the NFC Championship game if with not injuries, if it wasn't because of injuries. And this is hard for me right here because last week I said the most stupidest shit ever, and I'm gonna be a man. I what I said was wrong. I said Aaron Rodgers couldn't beat a defense, which is true. He can't beat good defenses, but he can at the same time. It's been proven in the playoffs that he can and he can't. But he finally beat a good defense in the Rams, who I think were suspect either way, but I just wanted to choose the Rams because I honestly don't like the Packers for reasons. And
It's mutual with the Niners for me.
And with that, I honestly don't know who to choose. I look at I hate their quarterback. Their quarterback wears number 12. They're old as shit. And they have underrated running backs, a good wide receiver, a good number one, and their defense is okay when it needs to be okay. And it has an underrated corner. I have the Green Bay Packers heading to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2010. Aaron Rodgers will face the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, and this is going to be the future versus the present. I mean my bad, not the future versus the present. It's going to be the present versus the past. Aaron Rodgers facing off the future. Mm-hmm. And I have Aaron Rodgers going to the Super Bowl for the first time after the Seattle Seahawks beating them, not being able to beat the Falcons, not being able to make it past the 49ers. For the first time in 10 years. 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For the first time
in 10 years. 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 10-year anniversary.
I think Aaron Rodgers finally makes it back to the final dance. And not only that, but I want to talk about... but even though I did say it, I want to talk about a little bit about the Bucs. My man, the man I chose for Rookie of the Year, for Defense Rookie of the Year, man. He had one interception in that game against Drew Brees' last game.
Antoine Winfield Jr.
Antoine Winfield had Jr. I think it was the closing interception, if I'm not correct, right?
Yes, but I want to point this out. Drew Brees is in Aaron Rodgers, and Drew Brees.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just pointing out.
I know. I just want to make that clear that you are.
I'm not saying that he is, and I honestly think even with the defense doing what they did, it's not hard. It's not hard to play against not far range throws and slant boy. It's not that hard. Yeah. They completely shut him down. And then Jameis Winston, who honestly people who hated on him. I think Jameis Winston is an okay quarterback. He got the touchdown in the game, but I'm surprised they stopped running the ball. That's one thing that they shouldn't have done. They got away from the run towards the end.
Yeah,
and I think that was the demise for the the Saints. But it's hard to beat a divisional team 3 times in a season. Do an absolute triple sweep.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady, in my opinion, still the second best quarterback behind Joe Montana. But that's just my opinion, honestly. And also Tom Brady in his first year making it to the NFC Championship game.
Impressive.
He has actually. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up this stat real quick. I have this stat on my phone. Okay, career playoff wins versus the NFC teams in the playoffs. Tom Brady has 8 wins against the NFC in his career, and has only been in the NFC 1 year. Drew Brees has 8 wins against the NFC and has played 15 years. Russell Wilson has 8 wins and has played 9 years in the NFC. Eli Manning
against the NFC
and against NFC teams he has, and Eli Manning has 6 wins and played 16 years. This is proof, even though with that stat right there, it doesn't really mean anything. Even though with that, and Aaron Rodgers being Tom Brady's bitch, because every time they meet, Aaron Rodgers has lost to Tom Brady, right? I think
No.
he's only played twice.
No,
Not every time,
No,
a lot of the time, though.
No, I know their exact record.
Mhm.
Right now, they're 2-1. Rodgers won when they first met up in 2014, and then Brady won 2018 when Rodgers was hurt and our defense was shit under McCarthy, and then this year we all know what happened.
Yeah.
So that's Aaron Rodgers for Brady. Aaron Rodgers is looking to make the series all time between him and Brady 2-2.
And with that, even though, again, I want to bring up the earlier game this season, Tom Brady absolutely just dunked. No, not him. The defense absolutely dunked shitting on Aaron Rodgers after he did that touchdown celebration. Nothing was the same after that game. After that touchdown celebration. And I still don't think it. I think the defense is too suspect. And I'm going to Aaron Rodgers, dude. I picked against him last time. And he proved me wrong. He shut me up. And not only that, Aaron Rodgers is on a revenge tour. My dude literally was slapped in the face before this in the offseason during the draft. They said, we're drafting your replacement. You're going to be gone in a year. Bye-bye. Aaron Rodgers said, no, fuck you. He did his best. What, 13-3?
13-3, when everyone thought we would go 11-5, 10-6.
Yeah, did that. Because of no wide receiver help. I mean, it wasn't a bad take right there, but Aaron Rodgers is just a different breed, man.
Yeah.
And
he... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He won, too, against the number one ranked defense. I'm not saying just Isaiah wasn't the only one, but there's many, many people saying that he's going to lose to the Rams because they have no true second wideout.
And he never did that last year, though. But we're not going to speak about that NFC Championship. Which game? I was at the NFC Championship game with my pops the year before this one.
Nice.
It was emotional, and then I cried again 2 weeks later. We're not going to say why.
I have one question about that. Did you see Aaron Jones on the field during your trophy celebration?
Aaron Jones, no.
Because after the game, it was reported Aaron Jones stayed on the field when you guys were getting a trophy ceremony as motivation.
I mean, Aaron, I don't think he really needs motivation. I think. Oh, actually, I don't know. He could take it whatever how he wants, but I actually didn't because I was crying for like majority of that whole thing, so I wasn't like. I didn't really pay attention to Aaron, to one specific player.
I know. It was a little joke.
It was a good time though, but that was the last time I was ever happy as a 49er fan. Let's just say that. But with that, I still think Aaron Rodgers is gonna win because it's Aaron fucking Rodgers. He's a once, and I'm gonna use this word from a once wise, big ass forehead man named Stephen A. Smith. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. He a bad man.
He's a bad man.
And I think this is another blowout. I think 38-10.
Oh,
Packers win 38-10.
All right, MG.
All right, I'm alive now.
Oh, there.
After hearing Isaiah ramble and bamble and mumble and tumble for 30 minutes,
Fuck you.
Not exactly. Exaggerated.
You're 20 minutes off.
But in all seriousness, I mean, this is an easy matchup to break down. You got the greatest playoff quarterback versus the most talented quarterback ever. You have Devontae Adams, who's the best receiver in the league, versus Mike Evans, who's a top 5 receiver in the league. Then you got Aaron Jones, one of them. People don't talk about how great Aaron Jones is for that Packer offense. You got the great running back duo who no one talks about, and Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones II. But you also got guys like Alan Lazard, Robert Tonyan, Rob Gronkowski, Chris Godwin. But Antonio Brown will be out for this game.
Yes, Antonio
Brown will be out. So that's a big loss for the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, in order for them to win this game, I mean, they have to get pressure to Aaron Rodgers, force him to throw dumb plays and get the interceptions. That's how the Bucks have to win. But I mean, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's having an MVP type year. I think this will be a great game though because you got two of the greats going at it, and it doesn't get any better than this. I'm gonna pick the Buck. I'm not the Buccaneers. The Packers, 28-24. I only have them winning by 4 because Tom Brady in the playoffs is a different man, and I think he'll keep this close because how great he is in the playoffs. But Aaron Rodgers is just having a great season, and no defense can stop him this year.
All right.
The only defense that did stop him was the Buccaneers defense, but that won't happen this time.
And the Vikings.
And you saying that, MG, if they do win, they will be the first team ever in NFL history to host a Super Bowl game at home.
Yep,
that
the
will
closest team to do it.
The
closest team to do it was the Vikings in 2017 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Nope. That was the closest team to ever do it.
Actually, you're wrong. The 49ers, and they played back in the 80s. The Niners played my bad. The San Francisco 49ers played the Miami Dolphins. They played in the Stanford Stadium, and that was the closest anybody has ever played at home in a Super Bowl.
Well, see, if Isaiah let me finish my sentence, I said the closest team to make a home Super Bowl, not the closest team to play distance-wise. I'm saying the closest team to reach a home Super Bowl was the Vikings when they almost reached the Super Bowl in 2017, 2018, and the Eagles won the Super Bowl that year, obviously. But if the Buccaneers can do what the Vikings couldn't, then who knows? But I have the Packers winning 28-24.
Wait, they said Bucks.
No, he went Packers.
Okay. I heard Bucks in the beginning.
I flipped up and said Bucks at first.
Okay. I was about to say. All right, so B. Christian, go off, buddy. You say what you want to say.
I waited patiently, and I want to say this disclaimer before I get going into my ramble on why the Packers will win, because of course I'm picking the Packers. But last time the Tampa Bay Buccaneers played Green Bay, I was confident, cocky son of a bitch. You can ask MG. I'm not sure if Isaiah remembers, but MG, I know you remember. I was confident and cocky the whole week leading up to it. And what happened? Aaron Rodgers did the 3-pump, and it went to shit. And I learned my lesson after that game.
Yes,
don't
you did.
Be cocky.
Yup, especially against Tom Brady.
Oh yeah. So heading into this game, I'm saying this now. The game could go either way. I'm nervous for this week, and I'm excited as well. I'm nervous because my team could get eliminated. It's actually nervous now instead of like it being week 16 when you're in the playoffs. But for the first time ever, and I mean ever, in Aaron Rodgers' career, he will be hosting a NFC championship game. That is huge for Aaron Rodgers. And Tom Brady is coming into the frozen tundra. I don't think Tom Brady game will be affected. I think it will be affected in the first quarter, but that's it, because Tom Brady hasn't played a cold game this year, if I believe.
Whoa! This is Tom Brady played his whole career in.
Let me get into it before interrupting. I said he's going to be rusty in the first quarter because he hasn't played in one for a year, but he's going to wear off the rust and get it going back like he's in New England. That's what I was going to say before you interrupted me. But
by the way, B. Christian, his coldest game this year was against Washington a few weeks ago. But the thing about that Washington game, it wasn't as cold as it will be. So the Packers game is the coldest game he will play in the year.
This year. I don't think it will affect Gronk either. I think those two it won't affect. The most. The people I think it will affect would be Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, and Mike Evans. And speaking of Mike Evans, the last time Jair matched up against Mike Evans, if I remember correctly, me and MG were talking about it, and Isaiah for a little part. Mike Evans was held to 1 reception for 10 yards by Jair.
Yep.
Chris Godwin was held perfect by Kevin King. He was held to 5 reception, 48 yards. The receiver that went off for the Buccaneers was Rob Gronkowski. And I know you're saying, well, isn't that going to happen this week? I think he's not going to get as many yards. Don't get me wrong. Gronk can easily get 100 yards on our defense. I would not be surprised. But I think it'll be a little different because in that first game, we were having a key injury out on defense. Christian Kirksey, who is our coverage linebacker, who would be on the Gronks, the Jared Cooks, the George Kittles, the Travis Kelce's, the tight ends. So that's a huge loss. Now, last time we played, Rondo Jones had 23 carries for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns, averages 4.9, basically 5 yards a game. And I know the people out there so Leonard Fournette is a starter. And Leonard Fournette could easily get those stats like Rondo Jones did.
I agree.
But I think our run D will hold. Because, like I mentioned last week, we have not allowed a rusher to have 100 yards since David Montgomery in week 12. We held Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was not used right, but still, Miles Sanders is a good player. Mm-hmm. We played Cam Akers, who people say is the rookie of the year, held under 100 yards. In the first, against the Saints, technically we had Kamara under 100 rushing yards, but he did have that big screen pass. So I'm not going to say that's truly amazing by our defense. I just want to point out that. And Dalvin Cook in the first matchup, you guys probably think he got 100. No, Dalvin Cook got 50 rushing yards against our defense in the first matchup. But moving on to the other side of the ball, we have Aaron Rodgers. And I was watching the Pat McAfee show Tuesday. And Pat McAfee brought up a fun stat. Aaron Rodgers with a turtleneck is unstoppable. He brought up something interesting that caught my attention. Do you remember the big Chicago player for Randall Cobb in 2013?
Yes.
Yep, I remember that. Against the Bears?
4th and 9?
Yep. 4th and 9. What was he wearing? That beautiful turtleneck.
Oh, turtlenecks are overrated for people who love fashion. But go ahead.
Yeah, they're overrated, but they make Aaron Rodgers play good. And if he's wearing that turtleneck, man, he's going to be coming out dangerous. It's going to wake up dangerous, just like Baker did against the Steelers. Anyways. Yes, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be key. Because last time Aaron Rodgers played out of his element, technically, like Brady's, technically the Bucs will be playing out of theirs. Our team played out of our element in Florida. Mm-hmm. Technically. And I'm excited to see how this goes. I am. Because it's going to be huge. Because if this defense can't, loosen up their coverage because, they don't play good in the cold, Davante Adams is going to have a field day on them. Because the last time they played, Davante Adams was in that game, but Davante Adams was coming back from injury. He was coming back from injury. Rodgers did not have the connection to Davante like he does now. It was sloppy all around. The O-line was bad. And speaking of that O-line didn't even allow a sack, I believe, against the best D-line in the NFL this year last week. And yes, I know Aaron Donald is out. But still, that D-line is still a good darn D-line, even if Darnold is out. And I believe in the next man up mentality. I'm a huge believer in it. And if Donald gets hurt, the Rams have to have the next man step up. No matter what. No excuses. That's why I hate it when I've been seeing some Rams fans. I'm not saying the Rams fans I know. On social media, I've been seeing them blame the loss because Aaron Donald was out. And I was like, no.
I mean, that is a big part of why they lost. They couldn't get pressure on Rodgers.
They got pressure. But that's also on the other D-line. Because if you're getting paid these millions of dollars to go sack a quarterback, you should be able to do it. No matter how good that O-line's good. But I'm just saying, that's just credit to the O-line. Because they still had Leonard Floyd, who knows Green Bay and played well against us. They have these good D linemen that can get through, and you can't even take advantage of an injured David Bakhtiari in the edge. You couldn't. And I'll tell you, Billy Turner is nothing special. I'll tell you that if you cannot get a sack with only one sack with Billy Turner as a left tackle, you need to reevaluate your life.
He's like a 66 in Madden, bro.
Bro, he's not good. Like, I'm proud of Billy Turner, how he's been playing since the Bakhtiari injury, because still with Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack, they didn't get a sack. Two top players. I'm confident in this O-line that I was last time we played them. Because last time, that O-line took a big shit. But unlike Lamar, they cannot play good.
That's tough.
After.
Poor
that
Lamar.
Is. I know. I feel bad for him. I hope he's okay. But going back to Devontae, the biggest matchup of that Rams-Packer game, Devontae Adams versus Jalen Ramsey. Devontae Adams versus Jalen Ramsey. You want to know Devontae's stats, MG? Let me pull it up here.
Yes, I'd love to. I love you because I didn't know his stats. I didn't read his stats.
Yeah.
So if you
Devontae Adams' stats against Jalen Ramsey as follows: 9 receptions for 66 yards, averages 7.3 a catch and 1 touchdown. That's
okay.
Good. That is good numbers against Jalen Ramsey. Because
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. Because Jalen Ramsey literally made D-Hop, DK, Harry McLaurin, Robert Woods. Who else did he shut down?
Well, Robert Woods is on this team, so he shuts him down in practice.
He shuts him down in practice. I'm trying to name that. I know. I was going on that.
He shut down.
He shut down top wideouts, and he could not shut down the top route runner. And I loved it when people were like, "Devontae Adams is going to get shut down. Devontae Adams is going to get shut down." I was like, Devontae Adams is better than DK and D-Hop in my opinion because he can still make better catches. His speed is underrated, and he's the best route runner out of all of them. I'll take Devontae Adams over any of them any day of the week, and I will argue anyone on that. Because I can mainly bring up Devontae Adams. He didn't get shut down by Jalen Ramsey.
Nah, Brandon Ayuk. He's the best yards of the defense.
Okay.
He's a yak boy. He's the yak.
He's a yak. Yak. But Devontae Adams burned. There's a play in particular I remember and will remember from that game. And that is 3rd and goal. Devontae Adams motions to the right. Ramsey follows. Devontae gets set. Ramsey gets set. Devontae motions back. Ramsey trailing behind. Gets caught behind 2 defenders. Ball snap. Rodgers instant throw to Devontae for a touchdown.
Okay.
Jalen Ramsey jumping up and down.
Not Devontae Adams being good. You know that's the play design, right?
I know.
And
I'm not
and a
getting there.
defender.
You're not letting me finish. I was going to continue. But Jalen Ramsey crying like a little baby. That's how that game went for Jalen Ramsey. But on that play, that was amazing play design by Matt LaFleur. That was amazing. Rodgers recognized it too. Good read by Rodgers because Rodgers could have called that play dead, called a timeout, or called a different one. Rodgers realized it and had a motion. Good play by Rodgers and LaFleur. But speak after that matchup, we look forward to last week. My final point. We finally, and I mean, after 17 long years, we finally will see Brady, who people argue is the GOAT. Aaron Rodgers, who people argue as the GOAT. Brady, the best playoff quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, the bad man himself. The sheriff.
I think only Packer fans think he's the GOAT.
I'm not saying he's the GOAT. Bart Starr's GOAT. Come on. No, but seriously. No. And the best quarterback talent-wise we've seen in our generation finally scoring out. This matchup should have happened in 2014. Should have happened in 2016. And It should have happened in 2010 if the Patriots didn't fuck up. But we finally get Brady versus Rodgers. And as a sports fan, not as a Packer fan, as an NFL fan, I am hyped to see that. Because it's been, everyone anticipated it for years now. And we finally get it.
We also wanted Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. So if you guys win and Patrick Mahomes wins,
we can see it.
We can see a 2-for-1 this season.
And my final score of this game is Green Bay 28, Tampa Bay 21. I think we win by 7 because I think our defense is going to have troubles with the pass game and a little bit with the run. But before I continue, Isaiah, you said this game was a blowout. I want to know why.
I mean, like I said, it was because of the defense. And I'm going to stand by that. Aaron Rodgers, whenever he plays defense in the NFC Championship, in the playoffs, he can't do it. And he's proved that he can, and he's proved that he can't. I'll eat my words. I said what I said. He's in the NFC Championship game.
You know, I'm tasting some good old little L's from Isaiah with his NFL take.
You're going to be taking some L's after this segment's done.
I'm not looking forward to that. But anyways, that's what I have. I have 28-21 Pack.
I'm excited. There you go.
There you go. Well, that is our NFC AFC Championship matchups. Who we chose and why is that? Well, we wanted to get that out of the way real quick because that was going to be the easy part. Today, it's going to be mainly about basketball.
Oh no!
And I want to get into one specific topic. Joel Embiid being the dominating center he is, and as of right now, I was wrong again. I said Nikola Jokic was the best center in basketball. Joel Embiid shut me up. Joel Embiid, not only is he the best center in basketball, he can be considered MVP the way he is playing. Joel Embiid, I believe, dropped 32 points tonight against the Boston Celtics.
38 points.
42. No, 42.
That was 42.
That
was 42
I'm
fantasy.
I'm the Sixers fan. I'll read you all the stats.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, in his first game against Boston Wednesday, he had 42 points, 10 rebounds. This game tonight, on Friday night, the time of this recording, Joel Embiid had 38 points, 11 rebounds, with 75% shooting. And Isaiah, you were saying like he was the MVP and the best center. I mean, I want to start with the best center thing. Everyone disagreed with me. I said this year that Joel Embiid was going to be the best center, and everyone said no, it's Jokic. No, it's Jokic. Respectfully so. Jokic is a great player, and he's a good NBA center. But I mean, I called it this year. I said Joel Embiid would be dominant. I said Joel Embiid would be dominant in the paint. I said Joel Embiid would be shooting the ball well. I said Joel Embiid would be getting to the free throw line. And I said Joel Embiid will be one of the best defensive players in the NBA. And so far, through 16 games, the Sixers are 11-5. The Sixers are 11-3. 11-2. I'm sorry, when Joel Embiid is on the court. That just goes to show that all my points are proven that he is the best center in the NBA. While Nikola Jokic over here is barely fighting for a playoff spot in the Western Conference, while Embiid is the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Well, it's too early. It's too early.
Talk about the MVP debate. My top 3 MVPs right now is Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry. For obvious reasons, Joel Embiid being the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, averaging 27 points, a little under 12 rebounds. I mean, KD. Coming back off of the Achilles injury, people said that he'd come back not the same. He's proven the haters wrong. And then Steph Curry putting on his backpack and carrying the Golden State Warriors. But the reason why I think Joel Embiid is the MVP, because first off, he's the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. He's beat the Boston Celtics twice, and the Boston Celtics, they wanted to complain about him, getting all these foul calls. Specifically Marcus Smart wants to complain about him getting these foul calls. Well, guess what, Marcus Smart? He did it again today. He dominated you guys in the paint, and you guys had to foul him because you couldn't stop him. And only MVP-type players can be that dominant to where people start complaining. Because you only hate people who win, and he's winning right now, and now everyone hates it.
LeBron James.
The
I
reason why
hate
he's the
Joel.
MVP over KD is because the Nets. I'm looking at this right now. The Nets are the 7th seed. They're 9-8. They're barely above 500. Yes, KD's playing well, but when you're 9-8 and barely in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, you have. I know it's not all KD's fault, but he has to get better. And then Steph Curry was another MVP candidate I had. He's the 8th seed in the West. I mean, yes, he's playing great, but I just think Joel Embiid's having a better season. So I think Isaiah, I agree with you. He is the MVP this year. No one's stopping him at all. And yeah, man. And I think we got the Lakers this Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be a big test for our team and the Sixers. But I agree, man. He's the MVP, and he's the second best player in the NBA this season behind LeBron James. And that's what I have to say about that.
And with that, I honestly, again, I was one of those people who disagreed with you saying that Nikola Jokic was going to be a top player in the league, that he was going to be number one. And I was wrong. I'll take that. Take that fat L. I took 2 L's today in this podcast. And Sixers, you guys iffy on iffy with points allowed.
Yeah,
You guys are ranked 13th in points allowed. Rebounds allowed, 12th. Ranked offensive rebounds allowed, you guys are ranked 27th. Assists allowed, 23. Steals, 6. And defensive rebounds, you guys are ranked 7th. That's good right there. You guys are getting
good,
your...
yep.
And
The White House
field goals allowed, 10. You guys are ranked 10th. Three pointers allowed. You guys are ranked 5th. Blocks 8th. Turnovers 17th. And that's great right there, man. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And
The one I would like to point out is the rebounds. You bring that up. We're 7th ranked, you said?
Defensive
That's
rebounds, you
all-
ranked 7th.
That's Joel Embiid right there, averaging 11 rebounds a game.
Didn't he have
And
11?
Dwight Howard gets credit for that as well. That just goes to show you how Embiid's just dominating every statistical category. Another surprising thing, I didn't know we were 5th in 3-pointers allowed. I thought we gave up a lot more 3-pointers than we expected, but that's great. But the rebounding thing, that goes to show that Joel Embiid is the MVP with him getting all these rebounds and being his team being top 10 in defensive rebounds. It's just great to see.
And with that, because you got anything to say about this? I believe
Yeah,
you were also
I
another
actually do.
person that also said that Joel Embiid was not going to be the best center in the league. Go ahead.
That is actually wrong. 'Cause I've never been high on Jokic. I never was, and I never will be. Because the game that made me think last year, like, man, this guy's is overhyped, was against the Bucks last year before COVID, and we had all of our bench in, and he barely pulled out a win with that. And I know for a fact, not Donovan Mitchell, who's the other big player?
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, I believe, did not play that game.
Yep.
And I don't trust that Nuggets team. I never have. I think that team was overhyped last year. I think it was. And I literally said to MG before the season, even during the bubble last year, that Joel Embiid has been the best center in the league. Like, hands down. I would joke around with him and say Lopez is better as a joke. But that's what it is. Give me 1 minute.
All right. Well,
All right.
I think that's it for that topic. While we wait for Christian to deal with his dog, hopefully he doesn't Michael Vick his dog. That's the one thing we hope.
Oh, that's messed up, dog. That's my guy, Mike Vick.
But there's one team I want to talk about in particular right now. Because he's not going to be involved. He doesn't really need to be involved with it. The New York Nets. I mean New York. I'm
Knicks.
sorry, not the New York Knicks. Yeah, I actually want to speak about them. They're the number 1 ranked defense in the league. That's all I wanted to say right there.
Wow.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
The Knicks?
Let that sink in. The number 1 ranked defense. I just want to say that.
They're 8-8.
Yeah.
They're 8th seed at 500.
And I believe they won yesterday against the Warriors.
The Warriors, yep. They beat Steph Curry and the Warriors, who was one of my MVP candidates.
You were saying that Steph Curry's like the guy there. I think Pascal is carrying that team.
Steph's carrying the team, but Pascal
is carrying the bench. I think he's carrying the bench. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the bench. Yeah. I think what Warriors fans were saying was that Pascal will take Draymond's spot, and Pascal's carrying the bench. And Steph is carrying the team, right? Mm-hmm. But Pascal gives them the spark, gives them that energy that they need, gives them the dog mentality. And that's what you need off of your bench, that dog mentality. And that's what Eric Pascal gives them. I watched this kid, Eric Pascal, out of college. He goes to my favorite basketball college in Villanova. So I knew this kid for longer before everyone else knew him. And I knew that this would be a great pickup for the Warriors. He showed his potential last year, and he's showing it again now this year with the Warriors. And Pascal, he's playing great. And people are saying he's going to take Draymond's spot. And I would not be surprised if he does that.
I mean, I don't know why he hasn't already. Draymond's an aging veteran who's done good. I think he had one 20-point game a little while ago. I think that was his only double-digit game he's had this season, if I'm wrong. But another defense I want to speak about, net fans saying that I'm going to say this real quick though. Net fans saying that they don't have to worry about defense. We could score 130 points and we could win every night. Well, they lost They lost 2 back-to-back games to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are ranked 4th in defense. Shut up. With that, I mean, they're ranked right now the 25th defense. I mean, that should be easy. I think honestly, being the ranked 25th defense, even with having a top 5 offense, shouldn't mean anything. You always gonna have defense in order to win. And those wins against those losses against the Cavaliers, even though with the Cavaliers having a top 4 defense, still don't think it's impressive. You're playing against. Actually, let me take that back. It is impressive in a way because you beat them with their 2 best players. And then you beat them again with their 3-headed monster, or should I say the 3-headed ball hoggers? And
that's tough.
They're crazy. Tough. And not only were the Cavaliers the 4th ranked defense, their offense right now. I mean the Nets offense was ranked 5th. And and I want you to know this. This is a fun fact too. You know who's above that offense, MG?
What?
Who?
No other than the 76ers, who are ranked 4th in offense this season.
Over the Nets?
Over the Nets.
Damn.
Hey.
Go ahead, MG. Okay.
Nah, all I have to say is, I mean, I know it's still early in the season, but Nets fans, I mean, what happened? I thought you can just win with only offense, score 130 points a game. And your offense is not even better than the Sixers. Mm-hmm. That's tough.
And I want to point something out too. Isaiah was saying how the Nets defense is not doing good, and the Nets are the 7th seed right now. The teams ahead of them are the Hawks at 6, the Cavs at 5, the Celtics at 4, the Pacers at 3, the Bucks at 2. I'm not sure because I'm seeing different stuff with the Bucks and Pacers. Flip flop them, but from what I'm seeing right here, Bucks are 2 and Sixers 1. And I thought, according to Nets fans, this team's supposed to be a top 3 team in the East. They can't even get top 5, top 6. And I want to say this: credit is due. Credit's due. The Nets did beat the Bucks on Monday. They did. I was wrong about that game. I did say, there's video evidence of me saying this on my channel.
They didn't even.
That I did say that the Bucks would go 2-1. Between our matchup with the Mavs, the Nets, and the Lakers. I did say that. I was right about that. But I knew this was our hardest stretch of the schedule, and I'm looking forward to when we play the Hawks on Sunday.
Yeah, and Pearson?
Yes?
You're the guy last
week. I know.
You said the Cleveland Cavaliers are the biggest threat in the East, and you disrespected the Brooklyn Nets. How do you feel that the Cavaliers now beat the Brooklyn Nets?
This made me get a bigger ego than I thought.
Wait, why?
My bad. Because I said, I thought I would be dead wrong after I said it. I thought, you fucked up, you messed up. What the fuck were you thinking? But after them losing to the Cavs. I'm not saying the year's still going on. The Sixers are looking good. The Pacers are looking good. The Celtics. But I have to stick to this thing because I was the one who said it. And I don't want to admit I'm wrong until I'm actually wrong. And I'm not saying I'm not truly right because of this. But I'm not truly wrong because the Cavs did beat the Nets. But they have not played the Celtics, the Pacers, the Bucks, 76ers, or the Hawks with this new team. So before we keep going with this, I will fully admit I was right or wrong when the season's over. All right.
And I'm still gonna be calling you a dumb piece of shit either way because the Cavaliers right here ranked 5th in the East. You're still disrespecting the Celtics, the Pacers. I don't know how you're gonna say the Pacers are not in the conversation when they're ranked 3rd in the East right now. That's still a slap in the face of the Pacers, who, in my opinion, still had the best trade offer from that 4-way trade. And then you get the 76ers, who are 11-5 right now, with Joel Embiid being the absolute monster that he is. Steph Curry, if I'm saying that right.
Seth Curry.
Seth.
You said Steph.
Being an absolute beast off the bench with Dwight Howard also being the man behind Joel Embiid. That also brings out the pressure on Joel Embiid. Like I said in the offseason when we were talking about this, I said this is going to bring less pressure off of Joel Embiid. And it has. It's been working. This team is 11-5. And you're still saying that the Cavs are the biggest threat to the Bucks.
Hey, and another thing I want to point out too, one of the most underrated players in the NBA, Shake Milton, coming off the bench for us, is having one of his best years. Well, is having his best year of his life.
Yeah, isn't it his rookie year?
No, yet last year, he came off the G League team for us. He dropped 36 against the Clippers against Patrick Beverley and Paul George, and then he dropped 26 against the Hawks last year. He was our starting point guard in the playoffs last year. Now he's our 6th man coming off the bench, and Shake Milton is having a great year for us this year.
Dude, that kid, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I didn't think of him. He's been balling out for you, and I'm excited to see how he plays for you guys. Because I hate the Sixers. MG knows that. Honestly, I'm glad he's seen his team as like a first seed for once, because I've seen it 2 years in a row. And I'm waiting for when they choke. That's what I'm waiting for, so he knows.
Well, we're not the Bucks. We're not going to choke to the Raptors, a 2-0 lead. The Raptors that we should have beat if it wasn't for the luckiest shot in the NBA history. But we won't speak too much on that.
Kawhi Leonard made you your bitch.
Oh, wait, what do you mean? He's your bitch. He made you guys his bitch, too. So I don't know that shit from you.
He made you guys.
No.
He made you guys look worse.
Wait. And didn't you guys also have the undisputed MVP that season too? And you wait. And let me say this too. You guys had a better ranked defense the last 2 years than you had this season. Even though it's too early in the season, you had better ranked defenses. And I've heard, and you had this video a couple of days ago saying, I think it was your week 1 prediction, saying that this team has better chemistry than your teams before. What about that 70-win team last year? Why didn't they have good chemistry when they won 70 games? Well, before you cut me off again. All
right, go.
How couldn't they have better chemistry if they literally were the best team in the league? And not only were they the best team in the league, they lost to a team that wasn't even supposed to make it past the second round if it wasn't for the Pacers not being healthy. And let's not forget, this team they won 70 games, right?
Yeah, the Bucks, I believe.
Not only,
I think it was
60.
Okay, you won close to 70 games. Not only that, you guys lost in the second round to the Miami Heat. I'm not going to discredit the Miami Heat last year. It was an incredible Cinderella story. No one expected them to do that. But the simple fact that y'all lost to them is blasphemous. And you also lost to Kawhi Leonard 2 years ago. And all you guys have to show for those 2 losses are 2 MVPs. 2 season let me say this again. Regular season MVPs. Regular season MVPs. Not finals MVPs. Regular MVPs. And what makes this season different? B. Christian? What makes this season so different that you could automatically tell? You even said this before the season too. You could tell this team has better chemistry. How could you tell so quick? And it's so early in the season too. Maybe I'm wrong. They're right now the. Let me get this real quick. They're the 6th ranked offense.
Oh,
6th ranked offense with the 16th ranked defense.
All right. I want to say this. You brought first thing first. I have it up right here. The Bucks did not even get 60 games when they were on track to get 70 last year, but we got 56 due to COVID. But you brought up chemistry. I was wrong. Flat up, I'll say it. I was wrong about the chemistry because I thought this chemistry was good. Because a big thing that I thought would be I thought that we could easily fit Holiday in, get our bench rotating quick because of the leadership we have with Giannis, Middleton, Brook Lopez. I believe is a good leader, and our starting lineup has all chemistry except for Holiday at the beginning of the season. I think the chemistry with DiVincenzo is also work in progress right now, but the bench chemistry. That's the one factor I did not think of when I said that. Because this bench, there's only one returning player off the actual bench from last year. Because we had people on the bench that was our third string, but one returning player off our bench this year compared to last year's year. And that's Pat Connaughton. Pat Connaughton, in my opinion.
Hold up, before you go, I thought it was David DiVincenzo that. Oh, wasn't he traded?
DiVincenzo was almost traded, but the Kings fucked up, and now he's in our starting lineup.
As he deserves to be in the starting lineup. I thought he should have been in the starting lineup.
I agree with you. I was pissed off seeing Wesley Matthews in our starting lineup over DiVincenzo.
Go ahead.
I was, but Pat Connaughton's the only returning player. Because we brought in Bobby Portis, Brian Forbes. We brought up DJ Wilson from the third string. We also brought up Giannis. I cannot say his first name. Giannis's brother.
Thanasis autistic.
Giannis. Thanasis. Like I said, that family first names are hard to say. I just want to make that clear. But
it's Giannis, Thanasis, Kostas, and Alex.
And then we also have a rookie in Jordan. I can't remember his first name, but a rookie in Jordan. This team, the chemistry is awful, and you see that in the rebounds. That's the biggest thing. I know that surprised some people. I was talking to Donnie, a good friend of ours, and we were talking during the Bucks-Lakers game, actually. And I was telling him how the Bucks, one of the biggest problems I've been noticing this year is the rebound. And that shocked him. Because people remembered last year when our team was a dominant team with the rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that rebounds, I play basketball a little bit myself, but what I remember, the coaches said on a rebound, it takes more than just one player to make the rebound, because sometimes it could be players tipping it up. Because if it's a 4-on-1, who do you think is going to win that rebound?
The obvious 4 guys.
The 4 guys, and that is correct, unless if your name is the Milwaukee Bucks. Because I remember one play, one key possession. It's not huge, but one that stood out to me was when Giannis, Middleton, Holiday, and Lopez was all in the paint. When LeBron or KCP or someone missed a deep 2, and who won the rebound? AD. I'm don't get me wrong, AD, talented player, top player, amazing player. But what pisses me off is we had 2 tall men, a good defender in Holiday, and Middleton, who's not a bad size for his position. And we could not even get the ball
because AD's godly and the Bucks are bums.
Okay. What are you doing? We should win that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Rebound huge. And what else were you saying was a problem, Isaiah?
All right.
Besides rebound?
Okay.
I would like that.
All right. No. We're gonna. Wait. Are you done with the little rant that you were having about the chemistry?
Yes.
All right.
Chemistry.
All right.
Big.
All right.
I was wrong.
I want to get into The Lakers and
Oh, no.
Bucks game. B.
Oh
Christensen.
Lord.
B. Christensen on last episode saying that you guys have a top 10 defense. Well, let me pull this up real quick. You guys actually have the 16th ranked defense, ninth in rebounds allowed, offensive rebounds 14th, assist allowed 8, 5th against steals, 11th against defensive rebounds, 19th against field goals allowed, 26th against the 3. And you know what a fun fact about this Laker game was? You want to know the funnest fact about this? The Lakers went 19 of 37 from the 3. That's 51.4% from the 3. And not only that, they also went 41 of 88 from the field. And another thing about this defense, Middleton, who guarded AD.
No, Giannis guarded AD.
Guarded AD. Who did he guard?
Middleton guarded.
Middleton was probably guarding. I think Middleton was probably guarding either Contavious Caldwell-Pope or Kyle Kuzma most of the game, or Wesley Matthews.
Actually,
all right. I want to say this. If I remember the matchups correctly, it was Holiday and LeBron
Yeah.
until basically the end. Then I have no idea why we put Lopez on. And then Giannis was on AD whole game whenever Giannis and AD were both in.
Mm-hmm.
And DiVincenzo went on KCP.
all right.
So
your big three actually.
Middleton was on either was on what's his face?
Marc Gasol or Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder probably.
And we had Lopez in the.
B. Christensen, fun fact, Pat Connaughton was guarding AD for a little bit of the game.
I know. I was just saying, Mark. I know who exactly started AD. It was. Go ahead. My bad.
This quote unquote top 10 defense with their top 10 superstars. LeBron James, 34 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 38 minutes. AD, 18 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds, and a surprising face that you wanted to say he did great. He fucking dropped dimes after dimes after dimes against this quote unquote top 10 defense, and that's Contavious Caldwell motherfucking Pope. He dropped 23 points on 3 rebounds. Explain this, B. Christian. If your defense is so great, explain that. And not only that, I'm not gonna just let you shit. I'm not gonna just shit on your defense. My defense also allowed Middleton to jump 20, Giannis to jump 25. We also allowed Drew Holiday to drop 22, and that was bummy too. But the thing is, when we took advantage of that 23rd ranked defense against the 3. You guys are 23rd against the 3. We abused that shit. We killed you against the 3, and not only that, we out rebound you. We got I'm sorry. You out rebound us by 9 by 8. I'm sorry, by 8.
Rebounds.
We beat you against steals and we beat you against blocks, but we had less turnovers on you. You guys had more points in the paint. How did you guys lose? Did you guys lose?
The key factor of this game was actually the 3-pointers. Because we did better. Larry, I thought that I was wrong. I was wrong about that game. Let me get this right. I took it out. Like, I'm not going to take it like my biggest L today. I took it. I lost. And I want to get this clear. 3-pointers were bad. I hate the coaching scheme Budenholzer brought up. Like, I liked what he did in the first half. That was amazing. It would have been a 3-point game if KCP did not hit that buzzer beat. Which I was, like, kind of freaking out. Like, holy shit, I saw a buzzer beat. You really don't see those. But KCP had an amazing game. The one scheme I did not like near the end of the game, I noticed, I'm not saying it was for every possession, but for some of the possessions, and on the game-sealing dagger by LeBron James for 3, we had Brook Lopez on it. A big man on a guard.
But doesn't
Tight
matter.
guard player.
You have such a great defense. It shouldn't matter who LeBron guarding, right? My bad. Unless it's the Cavaliers. Never mind. That shouldn't happen, right? Because you were saying last week all this bullshit about how your defense is so great, and you allow LeBron James, and you discredited the king. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm not gonna dick ride him. I don't do that. I don't do that because I'm a Laker fan, not a LeBron fan. But you allowed the king. Let me get this through your head. The king. I know there's no brain in there, but let these words sink into your head. The king dropped 34 points on this top 10 defense you quote unquote said. And not only that, you were saying oh, they could guard him, they could do anything, attack him, they could defend the three, they could defend the field. LeBron James drops 34 points. Caldwell Pope drops 23. Montrezl Harrell drops 12. AD drops 18. So basically, again, you slap another team in the team's face, and you're discrediting teams. Why are you doing that? You like this season some way you like to discredit teams in this NBA in the NBA. I don't get why you do that.
You just made it from one episode, from 1 week, not the whole season. And I was wrong. I was wrong. I'll straight up say I was wrong. I'm looking at the game stats. You guys outdid us in every quarter except for the first and third. That game, whole time, back and forth. I thought it would be like the Bucks would have the decent lead in the first, and then the Lakers would come back, make it a 5-point lead, and like that type of game. But it was back and forth, possession by possession. Every possession was huge in this game. This game was an offensive game, not a defensive game. And I was wrong. I thought it would be more defense. And I thought our defense, I like seeing how they've been playing. I thought we could pull it out, and I was confident in this defense. I was a confident fan of this defense, but I was wrong in my confidence.
And not only that, the guy that you keep discrediting, and Wesley Matthews, who's off the bench, he went 2 of 3 from the three. Let me also say that.
I want to say this. I'm never going to give credit to Wesley Matthews. So fuck that bitch. I'm still pissed off at him for what he did to me last year. I'm like, your team, I would give credit to everyone except for Matthews, because fuck that bitch. I hate him with a passion. I hated him since halfway through the last year's season.
Why are you going to give us credit now when you literally shattered us the wole time? Is it because we finally shut you up?
What happened this game happened to you in the NFL with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, shit. But the thing is, I actually gave reasons why. You just said because they have a top 10 defense. That's all you said. I actually gave good, valid reasons why I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to lose. All you said was you have a top 10 defense, and you said the only people you can't beat was the Cleveland Cavaliers front four.
That was
so. So
I was wrong.
Proceed yourself.
I was wrong. If I'm giving credit now,
Good.
If I'm wrong about something, I will own up to it. That's who I am. I'll own up, just like I'm owning up to I was wrong with this Lakers team. Honestly, this team surprised me, and I'm more disappointed in my team than I am disappointed in I was wrong. Because what I've been seeing with this team is rebounds is a problem, and free throws. That's what I'm most disappointed about from this game. And shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to KCP. He took it by storm. LeBron took the game over himself at the end. Good defense by your team. Had a good end of the game defense. And I got to give you credit there.
Okay. Well, with that, I just wanted to see him be Christian. I want to see him more be Christian because also be Christian.
Yes.
You guys got shit on. You guys shouldn't deserve that second place in the East. You guys should be actually, in my opinion, you guys should be fourth. In my honest opinion, I think the Celtics are better than you, and I think the Pacers are better than you guys. And not only that, the Celtics are 8-6. without Jason Tatum. No disrespect towards the Sixers. They still played great, and they did what they had to do. Is what I'm saying. Without Jason Tatum. And,
Yeah.
Dude, and then you also got the Hawks who are 8-7 too.
I think the next game test for the Bucks is going to be the Hawks. I think if we beat the Hawks, we got to beat them to get right back on track and start building back up our chemistry more. Because the Laker game kind of did break it. And you mentioned the Pacers and Celtics, how the Bucks should be fourth. I do not agree with the Bucks being fourth. I think we should be third because we have one more win than Celtics. So our Celtics is better. So I do not agree with that. If the Celtics had 9 wins and we had 6 losses, I think we should be fourth. But because we have one more win than them, I think we should be ahead of them. But the Pacers, they surprised me. They're a team up on the rise. I love Malcolm Brogdon. I'm mad. I'm so mad we got rid of him. I think if we never got rid of him, we still I think we should have been better last year. Like the thing I'm mad about. The thing I'm surprised about is the Pacers and how they've been playing. I thought they'll be more of a 4th, 5th seed, not 3rd pushing to get 2nd. Like, I gotta give credit to the Pacers. They're playing better than I thought.
B. Christensen. You're one dumb motherfucker. I'm gonna just leave it at that, alright? And, with that...
Same with you in the NFL.
With that, I think this is it. We have nothing much else to talk about. Again, I thank you guys so much for joining today's podcast. MG, Nas, B. Kirsten, always, you guys, we're the best trio ever. We're better than KD, the Snake, the Earth Flathead, Kyrie, and the fat ass, the fat ass in James Harden.
500-pound beard.
Yeah, the 500-pound beard.
Hey, Isaiah.
What happened?
You want to know the difference between us and them?
What?
We actually have a defense to our arguments.
That's tough. They don't have defense. That's tough. That's tough.
That is.
Yeah, they're ranked 13th in the East in defense as of right now.
In the East or in the whole NBA?
Oh, you want to do a whole NBA? Oh, I could give that to you right now.
Yeah.
In the Eastern, they're ranked 13th.
That's sad.
I want you guys to guess.
Wait.
25th?
27.
MG on the dot. Like LeBron James against Lopez.
That's tough.
Ranked 25th in defense in the league.
Really?
Yep.
That defense is shit, but I gotta give credit to them. They did beat us.
And not only that, B. Christian, I also want to point this out too. Your top 10 defense, the Raptors have a better defense than you. They are ranked 15th. The Charlotte Hornets are ranked 9th, and they have a worse record than you guys.
Wait, you mentioned the Raptors D. We'll see that defense play the Bucks on Wednesday.
We'll see. They're still.
Well, they're 6-9, and they're 12th in the East, and they have a better defense than you.
Yeah, dude, the Raptors have been stepping up as late. Because the last time I remember, they were the 14th in the East. They were like 2-9. I think they're on a. Let me see this.
They're actually on a 1-game winning streak.
1-game winning streak. My bad. Not 2. They're 2-9 last time. They were down there. I should say. I cannot remember the exact.
That we also said that we also had that surprising 25th ranked defense. Christian, MG already knows this because we spoke about this when you were probably Michael Vick and your dog, and guess the New York Knicks ranked defensively. Guess what they're ranked.
Let me guess. They're one above the Bucks, so 17th.
Actually, they're not ranked one above you guys. They're actually ranked 16th above you. They're the number 1 ranked defense in the league as of right now.
The Knicks are and you gave me shit to losing to the best defense in the NBA.
I mean, you still lost to the Knicks. You still lost to the Knicks. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do they play you guys?
And I don't believe so, actually.
Let me look this.
Knicks?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No. Alright, well, let's do the second half, because maybe I'll make a bet with you.
I'm not going to bet because I'm not. Oh wait, but also, when are you gonna get your Colin Sexton jersey? Because you're also a Cavaliers fan now. So when are you gonna get that jersey? Maybe they won't disappoint you in the playoffs like Giannis does.
That's
Because when they had made the playoffs, they actually made it to the Eastern Conference, or past that.
I still have to get a New York Giants hat.
Why?
Because I lost that bet. Because if you remember when the Giants played the Seahawks, I said if the Giants went out and buy a New York Giants hat.
Holy shit, I don't remember that. But hey, that's on you, bro. We wouldn't have remembered. That's on
I was so confident the Giants were shit then. I was wrong.
You're such a genius.
Speaking of hat bets, MG, where's that Packer hat?
Hey, I have $0 and 0 cent to my name.
Hey, same here.
Hey, bro, we broke boys out here, but
yes,
we're
sir.
just dragging this on. I don't know why. But again,
alright.
Again, this is the Bincast. This is, again, episode number 27. Hopefully you guys made it this far. And this trivia's question is sponsored by Isaiah, because I know MJ was going to forget about it.
Wow. You could let me ask the trivia question, but go ahead. You can
do this. Let me do this.
No, I was... All right. No. You can steal it today.
Trivia question.
Like you were going to steal my meme earlier, but we won't talk about that.
I did steal that meme, and I did better than you did. I'm just kidding. But I want you guys to guess what it's not really... I want you... Since we're still on the topic of defense, I want you to guess the ranking of the LA Clippers. I want you to guess. I'll give you one hint. They're in the top 10.
Number 8.
Number 7.
All right. If you don't get it, your team is gonna not win the NFC Championship game. Oh no, they're gonna lose a big game. All right, they're gonna lose a big game. That means next year or this year. And MG was right. V. Christian was wrong. They're the 8th ranked defense.
I don't want to do the same answer and be that cliche. So, just saying.
All right, guys. With that,
there you go.
Thank you guys so much. Any last words from you two?
Yes, I have a few. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed, please hit that like, hit that sub, and go check out all of our YouTube channels: B Sports Talk, Isaiah Faithful, and MG Nas. And I'm your co-host, B Christian, signing out, and the Browns will be the Browns.
It's your co-host MG Nas. By the time this podcast is uploaded, I have a special video coming out while this is uploaded. So make sure you check out my channel. Check out these guys' channel. Link should be in the description. This is episode 27. Episode 28 will be out next week. So make sure y'all hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss another video. And if you don't subscribe to the channel, you think that the Detroit Pistons are going to win the NBA Finals this year. So better hit that subscribe.
No.
But nah, it's your co-host Nas, and until next time, I'm out.
And as this podcast and be Christian, you're gay.
But on a serious note, the Pistons are the biggest threat in the East. Come on.
I hope you guys know he's not joking. He's not joking.
All right,
Christian for president.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace out, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Fuck you, Christensen.